What is going on, everybody? Trevor here. Welcome back to the channel. And today, happy Saturday to everyone, Easter weekend. As today, the Devils begin a back-to-back home-and-home with the Montreal Canadiens. So the Devils and the Canadiens tonight and tomorrow. Second of three meetings. The first was all the way back on November the 6th. The Devils won 4-3 in overtime that night. Final meeting tomorrow in Montreal, the Devils' first and only visit up there this season. The Devils coming to this one 39-34-2. Their last game was Thursday. That was the 7-3 win over Washington. Goals leader Nico Hischier still with 26 from Jack Hughes, now at 68 points after his 5-point performance that night. Montreal 44-21-10 on the season. The last game was also Thursday. That was a 3-2 win over the Rangers. Their goals leader is Cole Caulfield with 49 of them. Oof, boy. So one more for 50 for him. I'm sure he'll crack it. And their points leader, Nick Suzuki, with 94 of them. So he might crack 100 for him. So very good matchup tonight. I'm going to begin tonight with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt. I know I talked about it a little bit Thursday after the game, but the stats really came out. 5 points for each of them, both of them with a +4. First 5-point game for a Devils player since April of 2006. And the first time since March of 2003 that two players scored 5 points in the same game. They were just clicking the whole game, those two, and you could see it. So, you know, it really shows, again, and I mentioned this, the talent is there. They can play, if they're playing like this, everything and anything is open for them. And you just wish it was more consistent. You know, I'll talk about it more after the season ends. What went wrong, where, when, and how. And everyone's, the main thing I'm getting online is who are the Devils really? Is it these guys, the ones that are winning this big, and Bratt and Hughes going off, you know? Or is it the ones that were barely scoring a goal a game back in the middle of the season? And, you know, just so many questions about this season. A big old what if. And we'll decipher it more after the season ends. Also from Thursday, I originally was going to talk about something else, but this stat came across me, and I'm just like, whoa. The Devils didn't score 6 goals in a game for 478 days, from November 14th, 2024 through March 7th, 2026. To be exact, 478 calendar days. In the last 27 days alone, the Devils have scored 6 or more goals in 5 games. Outstanding. They've scored 61 goals during their last 16 games from February 28th through the game on Washington, the game the other day against Washington. Prior to that, in their previous 16 games from January 8th through February 26th, when they could not score, they scored only 34 goals. So, again, it just shows. The question is, who are the Devils really? Is it this? Is it the offensive explosion? Is it the team that could barely score? The bad goaltending? Players going through droughts? Or is it, you know, Jack and Bratt and everyone else who chipped into the game Thursday winning it? They're up there in goals for per game since the Olympic break. The offensive numbers post-Olympic break have been outstanding. And definitely changes were made. Unfortunately, too little, too late. Are people trying to save jobs? I would assume so. It's just frustrating, you know? So, let's see what else here. Montreal. All right, so let's get on to Montreal. So, well on the way to a playoff spot in the Atlantic. Boy, that Atlantic. Ooh, boy. That's the tightest, you could argue, best division in hockey. Yeah, the Central, you know, very top-heavy. Minnesota, Colorado, Dallas. But in terms of an overall division, I think the Atlantic has them beat. And, you know, even you look at teams like Florida, who's having a down year. I'm sure they'll be back. You know, Toronto possibly going into a rebuild. But Buffalo on the rise. You got Montreal, Tampa, Boston's still lingering in there. Crazy, crazy stuff. So we're going to see tonight, they're right on schedule with their talent. As I said, Cole Caulfield nearing 50 goals. Nick Suzuki possibly to have a 100-point season. This is, the Devils are going to, even though the Devils season is over, just waiting to be officially eliminated at this point, it's going to be a true test tonight. These next two games, today and tomorrow, can they compete with a club like Montreal? So we will see about that. So again, back-to-back tonight in Jersey, tomorrow in Montreal. So we will see what happens. So Saturday night, I'm sure the building will be packed, and I will break it all down after the game ends. So that will do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Trevor, and I'll see you for the next one.